Trojans!
And here comes the Danbury Trojans. And the New Britain Raiders coming out of the tunnel with black smoke, dressed in their black uniforms. And back we go for some Sunday morning championship football. At the 8U level, Pop Warner, it's the undefeated New Britain Raiders traveling I-95 South to capture a sectional championship.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Veterans Field.
Standing in their way
Still morning yet, right?
are the Danbury Trojans.
Welcome to Veterans Field for today's. Danbury has won the
And
toss.
Danbury has won the toss, and they will defer to the second half. My friends, Danbury will not be an easy task. Any team that made it to this level, they understand winning. And the New Britain Raiders, this will be the first of several championships that they're looking to capture to culminate their 2022 season. And the players are ready. The coaches are ready. The fans are ready. So from the late Marvin Gaye to the great Mills Lane, let's get it on. It's time to play football. And the New Britain Raiders are coming out starting in their silver package. Familiar thing that they look to do. In the backfield, Rojas, Prince Williams. And the give is to number 24. He's brought down almost immediately.
Rojas on the carry for the Raiders. 1 yard gain in the play will bring up 2nd down and 9 for New Britain.
So again, it's DeJesus, Williams, and Rojas in the backfield for the Raiders. First play was a gain of about 1.5 yards, so we're looking at 2nd down and 8. And they give up the middle to Johnny DeJesus
Jr. on the carry for New Britain.
Jr., and he gains about another 1.5 yards. So we have 3rd down and 7 for the Raiders. And here we go. And it's a reverse play to Williams, taking the ball around the outside, and he is stuffed at the 38-yard line.
He is taken down by number 32.
So it's 4th down and 6 for the New Britain Raiders. Black offense takes the field. In the backfield, it's Crawford, Smarts. And I'm not sure if they're going to punt the football or... And indeed, it is a punt. A pretty good one. The ball's going to bounce all the way down to the 22-yard line. But I think they're going to get the ball where it first hits the ground. And it does that at the referee stands on a 41-yard line. So, a great start for the Trojans of Danbury. And now the Trojan offense will take the field, and the New Britain defense will take the field. And not the start that the Raiders were looking for, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Let's see how the Trojans fare on the offensive side of the football. First play from scrimmage, swallowed up for no gain. And there's a flag on the field. And the flag was a false start on Danbury. So it's going to be 1st and 15. And that play never made it out of the backfield. And New Britain hangs his hat on defense. And we have a player down. So, and the New Britain Raiders with an outstanding defensive line. King Correa, Leon O'Carroll, Levi Cooper, Amir Crawford, and Silo White will be spearheading this vaunted defense. And just like that, he's taken down in the backfield. And this play went nowhere fast. And Chase Pressey makes his presence felt on that last play. And a 3rd down and a long 23 for the Danbury Trojans. And the ball's on the ground, and I think Danbury gets back on it. The referee's putting up the signal for 4th down, so Danbury does get back on their own fumble. But it didn't help their cause. And folks, I believe they will be punting the football. So with 4th down and what seems to be an impossible 28 yards to go, based on what I'm seeing, the Trojans elect to punt the football. New Britain takes over. So after both teams take the field on offense, both teams punt. A defensive game so far, but that's what you get when you're playing championship football. Everyone knows that defense wins championships, but you got to score the football on offense. So let's see. DeJesus Jr.'s in the backfield. Preston Bell's in the backfield. So let's see. And the referee stops this play before it even gets started. And an illegal substitution on the Raiders. So let's do it again. And the give is to Johnny DeJesus. More flags on the field. The play is going nowhere. Some confusion up front. And let's see. Now, back-to-back penalties on the Raiders. So it's 1st and 20. Not a good start, but here's Preston. He's looking to change all that. Makes his way to the outside, still on his feet. Switches hands, makes another guy miss, and he is swallowed up. After an 8-yard gain. So Preston Bell gets the game's biggest play of 8 yards. So now it's 2nd down and 12 because of the 2 penalties.
Nice game of the play.
And my friends, you can't make the same mistakes that you make in regular season in a championship game because it will get you beat. Entering the game now is Levi Cooper. Bell and Rojas in the backfield. Cooper under center. He takes the snap. Cooper's making his way to the outside, and a mean stiff arm, but he's brought down. A great tackle. A gain of just 1 yard, and some outstanding defense by the Danbury Trojans. So 3rd down and 11. The Raiders make some wholesale substitutions. They subbed about 9 guys. And let's see what we have. A fired up Trojan defense. And Smarts is in the backfield. And it looks like the Trojans jumped off sides, so. And at this junction of the game, New Britain will take anything that they can get for now. Now it's 3rd down and 7. Smarts the QB. Smarts taking the ball around the outside. And he is stopped right there after a 2.5 yard gain. My friends, this is going to be a fight to the end. So 4th down and 4 yards to go. Who wants it more?
It'll be 4th down and 4 to go.
The success will be up front. Offensive line versus D-line. King Correa takes the ball to the outside, makes one guy miss, makes another guy miss, sprung to the outside. He crossed the 30-yard line, and I believe he has enough for a 1st down, and the referees are waving the stick, so the game's first down has just been executed by the New Britain Raiders. And a great 2nd and 3rd efforts by King Correa. And we have a 1st down. So Smart's under center. We got Presley in the backfield, and I think we have another offsides penalty. And who's it going to be on? Is it going to be the Trojans or the Raiders? And the referees are having a conference, and they're going to call it against the Raiders. So that's going to back them up 5. So after it being 1st and 5, we're going to replay that, and it's going to be 1st and 10. So it's 1st and 10 out of the eye. Smart's under center. Smart's gives to Presley, and he makes a good first move. But he's only able to pick up about 2.5, 3 yards on the play. So we're going to start the 2nd quarter. It's 2nd down and 12. The scoreboard was off earlier. Out of the eye. Cooper, Presley, and Correa in the backfield. Smart's under center. Smart's gives. The ball's on the ground, and it's recovered by King Correa. And that play went for nothing fast. And this game is a defensive battle. Who's going to score first? In a championship game, who wants it more? Smarts has the ball in his hand. Smarts around the outside. Smarts stiff arm, and he's brought down. And they're going to call a horse collar. You got flags flying all over the field. I believe they're going to call a horse collar. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. If it holds up, the referees are talking about it now. So it is a personal foul, not the horse collar, but a face mask. What looked like he was being pulled down by the shoulder pad, he was actually being pulled down by his face mask. And a dangerous play that is. But the Raiders will be happy to take the extra yardage. 1st down. 10 yards to go.
15-yard penalty takes the ball down to the Danbury 16-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 to Britain.
So Presley, Cooper in the backfield. Smart's in the shotgun. And the ball is taken and dropped immediately. Lost of 5 yards on the play.
Nice tackle for a lot.
And Javion Austin was dropped in the backfield. High snap. It wasn't an easy ball to get, but could have been worse. So now the New Britain Raiders are trying to figure it out. And it gives to King. King finds some pay dirt up the middle.
Back is King Correa on the carry for the Britain.
And Correa will pick up 6 yards. And now it's back to a little bit past the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10. And a fight continues. And Cooper plows his way up the middle. Brought down by a host of Trojans.
Levi Cooper on the carry for the Britain.
And he sticks his head in there and gets about 4 yards. So 4th and 5 to go. And they give it to the big guy. Number 99 is trucking like a bus. And he plows his way up the middle, all the way down to the 1-yard line. That's number 99, Jahari Nkrumah. He gets a 1st down and more. 1st and goal from the 1. If I am the New Britain Raiders, I'm giving it right back to Nkrumah.
Raiders have the
And here we go. So first down and goal
Get the ball!
from the 4-yard line. And there's some movement on the offensive line. It looks like
Flag on the play.
it's gonna be on the Britain Raiders. It's gonna back them up 5. So here we go again. First down,
First and goal for the Raiders.
Goal to
at the
go.
9-yard line.
from the 9. And another false start penalty. And that's the 4th penalty in just the 2nd drive so far for the New Britain Raiders. A team that prides themselves in being the more disciplined team. 4 penalties. And a game is a lot. There's 4 penalties so far. In a championship game, penalties will get you beat. And here's Smarts around the outside. Oh, what a spectacular play. Breaking tackles. And my friends, a 5-yard gain, but it was one of the greatest 5-yard runs you will see in Pop Warner football at the 8U level. So after a mountain of penalties and a 5-yard gain, 2nd down from the 9-yard line, goal to go. And Smarts gives to Harvey Nkrumah, and he is just a powerful, beastful runner. Oh, what a spectacular run up the middle. Touchdown, New Britain Raiders. And Jahari Nkrumah is unstoppable when he's running the football up the middle. My friends, that's how you run a dive. And we have a player down. Timeout on the field. And wow. Nkrumah is a plow truck, just plowing his way up the middle. His teammates calls him Big J. His family calls him Big J. And this guy, he just doesn't play. Now, here comes Cooper for the extra point. He makes a guy miss, has great balance, stays on his feet, but the extra point is good. So the New Britain Raiders strike first in this championship game, 7-0, 3:28 left in the first half.
Danbury, 0.
And now it's the Trojans' turn to see what they can conjure up on the offensive side of the football. And a defensive battle, tough championship football being played. Gotta want it. And they do a play up the middle. About 4 yards, 3-4 yards on the carry. So it's 2nd down and 7 yards for the Trojan. And an interesting point I will make after this play. And this play gets stuffed right where it starts. No gain. And a great play by Levi Cooper. But an interesting point that I want to put out there is the New Britain defense has been virtually unpenetrable all season long. They only gave up 1 score this whole season, and that 1 score was by the Danbury Trojans. So the Trojans were the only team that found success and scored on its defense. Let's see if they can do it again. And the referee's gonna stop the play. It's a timeout called. And going back to the touchdown run by Nkrumah, for all you video gamers that play Madden, he's like the cheat code. And this play stumbled in the backfield. Smarts had his hands on the play. And Korea is shaken up. So King Korea was able to get up and hobble off the field. I believe he had the wind knocked out of him. Brings up a 4th and 9, and I believe the Trojans elect to punt based on the formation. And Korea is momentarily replaced by number 56, Joshua Johnson. And that's a pretty good punt. And the New Britain Raiders will take over at their own 42-yard line. And my friends, playoffs and championship football records are tossed out the window. It doesn't matter what happened up to this point. In a championship game, your record is 0-0. You gotta play and you have to fight if you want to be victorious. So 1 minute and 37 seconds left in the half. Here comes the New Britain Raiders. Pass up top, looking for King. Oh, and it's off the fingertips of Korea. Great throw by Smarts. And I've seen them connect on that play many times before. And this is a game of inches. 1 inch. And that was a touchdown. So 2nd and 10 with 1 minute and 31 left in the half. Smart's out of the gun. Smart's looking to throw the football, and he does, and is off the hands of, I believe it's Jadavian Austin. And Smart's throwing some really good footballs right now. Eventually, the guys will bring them in. And correction on the name is Javian Austin. Here comes Smarts. And he elects to keep it, making the moves to the outside. He has one guy to beat, and he does, gets the corner, cross the 50, 45-40, and he's brought out of bounds. And it's another flag as he's brought out of bounds. I don't know if this time they're gonna call a horse collar, but the way he yanked him out definitely looked like it. And if it is, it's gonna be another 15-yard personal foul. So let's see. Okay, so there was a flag on the field. It was a 15-yard personal foul, face mask, but against New Britain. So they will obtain the first down and then back themselves up 15 yards. Well, they'll be backed up 15 yards, and it's 1st and 10 from that spot. And another penalty. And a 5-yard penalty against the New Britain Raiders. And the Raiders are winning this football game 7-0 in spite of themselves. And another pass. This time is brought in by Korea. An outstanding throw by Smarts. Brought in by King, Korea. And a first down. Great execution on that pass. Wow, what a throw. So 1 minute and running here in the first half. Here is Cooper. He's dropping back to throw the football, and he elects to run it instead. He is a big load. Tough to bring him down. Breaks another tackle, still on his feet, and brought out of bounds right there at the 17-yard line. And a couple of flags on the play. And let's see. Man, I've not seen these New Britain Raiders have this many penalties all season long total. I'm seeing them all in one half. So I'm sure Coach Matt Correa is gonna address this with his team at halftime. But they are killing themselves with the self-inflicted wounds. So what would have been a first down at the 17-yard line turns into first down and 20 from the 50. And here is Smarts. Breaks a tackle. He's been breaking tackles all day long. Can't break that many tackles. And he's going to be brought down for a loss. And That play was
Taken down by number 2.
snuffed out by the Trojans. And my friends, we are seeing some high-level defense in this football game. It is a championship
About a yard left.
football
He's
game.
gonna bring up
And
second
defense
down
wins
and
championships.
21 for the Raiders.
I'm sure the coaches on both sides told their teams that it's gonna be a tough defensive game. You have to really execute on the offensive end. There's no room to make mistakes and beat yourself. The defense you're going against is hard enough as it is. Self-inflicted wounds, making it 2nd and 20, and the long situations does not help your case. And here we go again.
Flags on the play.
Another penalty, and another one that's going against the New Britain Raiders. And friends, family, folks, gotta say, I have never seen this many penalties
New Britain.
on the New Britain Raider team. Coach has to take these guys at halftime, settle them down. The emotions are riding high. It's a championship game. Everyone wants to make the big play, and they don't want to make a mistake. But their plan has to settle down. And Smarts has the ball. Smarts is keeping it. Smarts to the outside, across the 50-yard line, and he's brought down at the 46-yard line of the Trojans. Really good play by Smarts. So it's 3rd down and 15, but I don't think that matters much because there's 2.2 seconds left in the half. Direct snap to Correa. Correa is brought down. And friends, that's the end of the first half. What was bitten and struck by self-inflicted wounds. See you guys on the other side.